Hello everyone and welcome back to Animation Pilgrimage, the show where Tennille and I take a look at every single theatrically released animated film in chronological order. I'm Whitney.
I'm Tennille.
And today we are in 1976 and we took a look at Brigand Jurko.
Yes, or you can also call it Jurko the Highwayman, or there is the proper Czechoslovakian title, which we can't pronounce.
It is the word for brigand / highwayman, Jurko.
Yes.
And this is, like you said, from Czechoslovakia.
Yes.
I want to say thank you to Michael Ray for finding this movie and then getting help from the translator Reddit to translate the movie.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
The actual translators wanted to stay anonymous, but thank you so much for helping translate this movie for us.
Mm-hmm.
Also, hey! This is created by the same guy that makes Bloody Lady. Now, important to note, if you're watching these episodes in chronological order sometime down the line, you haven't seen Bloody Lady yet, but that's an excellent 1980 film that you'll see in, a while. This is 1976.
And who knows, maybe at some point we'll be doing this again, because it turns out this director, Victor Kubal, has another film that we have not seen yet.
Okay.
Before this.
Okay.
So if anybody can find that one...
Assuming it's actually a theatrically released film.
Assuming it is. I think it is, but I didn't do a whole lot of digging into it. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, simplistic art, stilted movement / animation, hollow / unfinished sounding music, so much charm.
So much charm. God, I kind of love this director.
I love how this man does everything. I love how he draws these characters like the most simple, outlined looking characters. There's barely ever any detail on the inside of the characters. It's like you just draw the outside lines of a character and yep, that's a character.
Yeah.
Every now and again you'll get eyes or a nose.
But only when it's important.
Yeah. Most of the time, facial features don't exist. Fingers, probably not.
It's just, it's very minimalist. It's very...
even the movements are minimalist.
Right, which makes everything so unnerving. And like you said, the hollow music, that's a good way to, the soundtrack in general is just very hollow and, not filled out properly. And then just, the backgrounds and, the places that the people are in are also just,
very empty.
Very static, and it just makes everything feel so off-putting and kind of creepy and odd.
And this is a good thing.
But it's a good thing because then the humor is so awkward that it just makes it really funny. I don't think this is a, it's so bad it's entertaining kind of thing. I genuinely think this is really good.
I think this is a very, this guy is a perfect example of someone that can create great art with very low budget.
Yeah. I just, I really like his films, both this one and Bloody Lady.
Oh, they're great.
I'm almost sad we didn't see Bloody Lady second, because Bloody Lady was such a, odd...
We weren't ready for it.
We weren't ready for it. And so, if we had seen this one first, we would have been oh, this is weird. But then, Bloody Lady's more horror and comedy and drama thing would have hit better.
Yes. Either way, how about a plot synopsis?
Sure. Tell us about Jurko.
Okay, Jurko lives in a small village ruled by a greedy lord. He does bad things, in the middle of a big storm, he forces all of the villagers out of their houses to come to his castle to bail out all the water, even if they have small babies, like Jurko. So then a spirit goddess lady enters Jurko's house and feeds him while his parents are gone.
Yurko is in general just like blessed by this spirit lady.
Yeah, I don't know who she is in actual lore because this is a
Based on a folk hero.
Yeah, this is a folk hero guy. So like
very similar to Robin Hood.
Yes. Anyways, so she takes care of him while his parents are away. Then, a little bit later in life, he's a small child, and he has a girl that is his friend, and she can sing real nice. So the local lord hears it, and he's like, I want that child. And so he steals the child. And Yurko's like, no way, man. And so he's
not cool.
He sneaks inside the castle and steals her away.
I also want to point out that this is a film with very minimal dialogue.
Yeah, there's like next to no talking.
Right.
Like there's a few songs here and there, but more often than not, there is not really any talking.
Yeah.
So everything is visual, which means that it was translated because there was only it was pretty easy to translate because there was only like 13 lines in the entire film or something like that.
Right.
So the translation process was pretty easy.
Yeah. There's just a lot more visual storytelling here, and you just have to pay attention to what's happening.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell he gets much better at this because Bloody Lady has literally an opening dialogue crawl
and then
nothing else.
Yeah.
So that whole movie is just visual storytelling.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, he saves the girl, gets her back out. Later, they're young adults. And she's now very beautiful, and wouldn't you know it, she gets captured again. So Yurko, in his peak performance of manhood, you may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Oh god, I love the design of this guy.
Yeah.
This thinnest stick legs, the large billowing shirt sleeves.
Uh-huh.
It's great. I love this design.
It's really good.
Anyways, he tries to save her again. It doesn't work, and he gets whipped a lot, and so he leaves town because, this isn't working.
Right.
He leaves town and he finds a group of brigands. And they just bully and poke fun at him.
They bully him, like, right after he's been whipped and tortured. Like, they're just, like, bullying him like it's a preschool playground.
They're having so much fun with that. Anyways, he wanders off again, and then the spirit lady's like, hey, have this. And she gives him a belt of indomitable strength.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, he's now essentially invincible, super strong, can run real fast. If he screams, he crosses avalanches. General, like, mythical proportions.
He's basically Superman.
Yeah, can't fly. Or see through walls or shoot lasers, but like, super strong.
Yeah, strong.
Super strong. So, wouldn't you know it, he goes back and he saves the girl. And then he doesn't really fit in with the society, and or the girl's mother is like this old hag lady and she doesn't like him. So he leaves, and then he goes back to the brigands and he shows them up.
Uh-huh.
And then he becomes their leader.
Yeah.
And then he leads them on just a bunch of merry adventures where they steal from this lord and give it back to the people over and over and over again. And that's where like a bulk of this movie is, and it's just enjoyable hijinks.
Yeah, and like we could go into more of it, but honestly, like I just really kind of want to recommend this movie to people.
Yes, absolutely, 100% recommend this one. This one's great.
I will note that
the plot is not the most important thing. The most important thing is just the fun visuals and like the storytelling experience.
Yeah, and I recommend both of this director's films that we've been able to see so far, both Jurko and Bloody Lady. They are unsettling. They are weird and off-putting.
Oh yeah.
But they're very charming, very memorable, and they definitely do not shy away from their darker subject matters. So keep that in mind too if you go into this.
Yeah.
Like, when Jurko gets whipped and tortured, like, they show that. That's part of the film. So, if that's something that is going to be uncomfortable for you, maybe skip on these. But if you think that, like, this sounds like it's up your alley, definitely check it out. both of these films are really cool.
Oh, yeah. I greatly recommend this movie. So good.
Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of information about the director, and I don't have a whole lot of other information about this movie. So if there is anybody who can leave a comment who knows more about this guy,
Victor
I would
Cabal?
love that.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I found some sources that were saying, like, that this guy is extremely influential in, like, the early starts of Czechoslovakian animation, but it was
For, like, the
one,
traditional animation, I can absolutely see that.
but it was, like, one source on a website that, like...
Didn't look super official or anything.
Right, so, like, I don't feel, like, super confident using all the information that website had.
Okay.
And then the only other, like, thing I saw about him was on the Czechoslovakian Wikipedia, which I can't read because, you know, it's all in Czech. So...
And Google Translate can only do so much for you.
Right, exactly. But yeah, this was great.
Absolutely.
Check it out.
Yes, 100%. Check this one out. Either way, join us back here next time as we continue to stay in 1976. This is our third catch-up film from 76.
Wow.
We are finally completing the trilogy.
The trilogy?
We watched the third movie first, and then the first movie second, and finally we're watching the second movie third.
Is this Rossi?
It's time to watch The Vacation of Mr. Rossi
Oh, man. All right.
from Italy.
Okay. Time to go back to the abusive husband and dog wife duo.
See you guys then.
Toodles.